Hello and welcome to Self Healing 101. You are here because you want to transform your life from the inside out. So if you are joining live, say hello. If you're watching the replay, I'd love to hear from you. This is a 30-minute presentation, but it will be impactful for your spirit. And I am so excited to dive in with you. So on today's agenda, we're going to talk about understanding your own self-perception and state of self-awareness at any given time or moment. Awakening your true identity by healing the ego identity. This is your emotional imprint that you created to survive. And also operating from your soul as a way to transform your life from the inside out, surrendering the need to control anything outside of you. So if this is in alignment with you and your intentions and your desires, please stay for this class today. So I want to introduce myself if you don't already know me. My name is Antonina. Hello there. I'm a certified professional life coach and founder of Life Well Made, and I've been helping others transform their reality from the inside out since 2014. So welcome to my class presentation. I'm very honored that you're here. So let's get right into it. So the first myth number one is this, that you must control the outside world or your circumstances to create what you want. Now, just in your own experience, really consider if this is your current reality, that you are trying to control the outside world or your circumstances to create what you want. Now, this is not about shaming or wronging ourselves. This is just developing awareness and insights through this class presentation today to serve you in a more powerful reality that's aligned with who you are. Okay, so let's break down this myth. The truth of this is that understanding your own self-perception and your state of your inner world at any given time or moment is where your power is. Okay? This is self-awareness. So life is not happening to you. Okay? It's coming from you. Imagine you are at the core, and the energy that you put out, the energy that you're radiating, your thoughts, your feelings, your actions are like a magnet for your outer reality. And you can look at this energetic self-perception chart, which may be new to most of you, but this is a powerful insight, an image, and real understanding. Maybe you heard of the 7 chakras. Okay, so this really mirrors that as well. So you can come at this from a spiritual perspective, from a scientific perspective, but we'll get into this a little more. But many people live in these lower levels of energy, really this ego self, this low energy, unconscious, needing, not having. So this really where you remain in victim. You have apathy, depression, you're lethargic. The second level of this is conflict. You're angry, you're defiant or defensive. And so moving out of that outer that small self, the lower self, is how we start to shift our awareness and ultimately shift our reality. Okay. So again, we are not trying to control the outside world, other people, circumstances. This class is to really help you realize that you are your own power source and the God within you, okay? So I hope you're still with me on this. Okay, so myth number 2 is that how you feel right here, right now, is determined by what your experience is, has been in the past, or will be. Okay, this is a myth, a complete myth. The truth is that how you feel is energy that lives in your mind and your body. This is your energy blueprint, which I called before your emotional imprint. So you can use those interchangeably, which was established for you as a child through your conditioning, okay? Or generationally being passed on before you from your parents and grandparents. So the truth is, you can choose how you feel, similarly to developing muscle memory. So when I was in depression for over a decade, trying to control my outside world, I didn't realize that I could just let it all go. I was really stuck in the story and changing the outside world so that I can ultimately feel better. And this was a massive failure. And then trying to create solutions from this place. Oh my goodness. I want to spare you and I want to help you really powerfully lead yourself. Okay. So myth number 3, that it takes a long time to access your soul, your truth of who you are, and heal the ego identity that you created to survive, whether it was your upbringing, life on earth, your experience, you insert whatever it is for you. Okay. The truth of this is that it takes just your willingness to face the emotions and thoughts that arise within you and bear witness to them, healing them, integrating them into the greater whole of who you are, okay? So this is a choice. Do I want to keep feeling this or not? You're really taking back your power, your authority over your life, and your sovereignty. If this is not something that you want to feel in your day-to-day life, in your reality about any given situation, what do you want to feel? What do you want to feel? Do you want to live in these lower levels of energy and the ego self where you don't have faith, where you're unconscious, where you're needing, or do you want to start to expand outside of that into higher levels of energy, into higher levels of self-awareness, and be sure in yourself where you have faith, but ultimately moving into no ego, into your soul, into your state of being, into your sovereignty, where the power of who you are, where the reality, where life gets really good because you are not attached, you are not controlling, you are being your sovereign self. Okay? So transforming your life from the inside out starts with you, okay? The power is with you, never outside of you. And if you get anything from today's class, I want you to take this with you, that the power is with you and will always be with you. It is never outside of you. So relinquishing control of the outside world, of your circumstances, and starting to attune to your inner world, okay? Because you are the conduit for your transformation in this life and for your lineage, okay? Whew. So let's put this into action. When things surface in your life on a daily basis, in your reality, maybe it's patterns that you recognize, you ask yourself, am I operating from my ego right now? The identity you created to survive, or are you operating from your soul, from your true self? Are you operating from familiar habits, beliefs, thought patterns that were passed down, toxic coping with reality, with life, or relating to other people from an ego place or from your soul? Okay, this is an important question to ask yourself. So what does it look like to operate from your soul self, from your true self? Okay, you are choosing to operate from the truth of who you are. what you actually feel on the inside, what your values are. And this is rooted in how God sees you. This is the closest way. The more that you create a relationship with God, the more that you can start to allow your thoughts and your feelings and your actions align with the truth of who you are. So this really requires surrendering and letting go of anything that is not aligned with you at the core. A lot of healing requires simply surrendering and letting go. This is where most of the heavy lifting happens, I promise you. This means letting go of familiar habits, thought patterns, toxic coping, and allowing what needs to be felt and acknowledged for as long as necessary. This is healing, okay? Like I mentioned before, when I was depressed for nearly 10 years, overcoming little bits at a time, but ultimately staying right there because I was still trying to control the outside world or control how my family perceives me or experiences me. And then one day I just let it go. And that's where my healing started to happen. And this can and will only come from letting go of what you know and what you're familiar with so that you can allow a new state of being to emerge within you. So I want you to start thinking about what is this bubbling up for you that you're just ready to let go of that maybe have been causing you pain, trauma, angst, emotional dysfunction that you're just saying, you know what, I'm going to let this go today for my own well-being, for my own soul, so that my soul and new energy can emerge. So let's take this deeper on a more practical level. And you can take a screenshot of this so that you can just have this in your back pocket of, am I willing to let this go? Whatever surfaces that creates resistance for you in your life. And the power is in the present moment. The power is within you, okay? So whatever is arising now, am I willing to let this go? Patterns, thoughts, feelings, experiences, attachments, a person, people, or an event. Whatever that is creating resistance for you right now, stories in your mind, am I willing to let this go? This is huge, okay? When you realize your power, you will leverage your power and you will become the sovereign human being that you are. And the second part to this, okay, is am I willing to lean into the unknown and allow a new state of being to emerge? Am I willing to let go of the depression or the stories that I was stuck in to allow a new state of being within me to emerge? Am I willing to let go of this toxic relationship so that I allow a new state of being within me to emerge? Am I willing to let go of the stories about money and scarcity and lack so that I can allow a new state of being to emerge? Okay. This can only come from your soul. This can only come from God. Okay. This part right here. This is nothing you have to control. This is, am I willing? Am I willing to lean into the unknown and allow a new state of being to emerge? This requires surrender, absolute surrender, okay? Because joy, peace, happiness will never come from outside of you or your conditions, and then you feel it within. No, 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 no. It's actually the other way around where the feeling, that new state of being emerges within you and your reality follows, okay? This at times you will tap into, or old emotions will arise because they want to heal. So maybe you'll feel better, feel more expansive, feel more successful, feel more joy. And then something will come up in your life where you feel the opposite of that, or you feel old emotions being triggered. Okay, this is coming up to be released. So one, am I willing to let this go? And two, am I willing to lean into the unknown and allow a new state of being to emerge? So if you believe in the Lord and God, a lot of this can happen by simply rebuking the thoughts and feelings that come up. If you are not there, or you have different faith, different belief, this ultimately happens through your self-healing practice. So navigating what you're experiencing, okay? And we'll talk about this shortly. So Can I share an experience of a lifetime with you? I'm going to assume if you're here, that is okay. All right. This is called the self-healing method. All right. This is my life's work. This is through many trials, challenges, and tribulations. This has been the method of my own healing and awakening. And I have been coaching others for the last 10 years on the journey of self-healing. And it is becoming more rewarding and more fulfilling in my own experience by living this way. Okay. So I want to invite you to the self-healing method to heal emotional and generational wounds, release any old patterns right here, right now, and fully express yourself and be free. Okay. So what does this look like? This is the self-healing method coaching program. Okay. This is the self-healing method coaching program. You have access for 12 months. So this is not something that's going to happen in a day, in a week, in a month. While a lot of healing can happen in the day, in a week, in a month. This is for the entire year. So you have access to the self-healing method. Okay. This also includes live weekly coaching sessions with me every Tuesday for the next 12 months. And there are additional 2 bonuses that I've included, which is a group Voxer chat so that you have ongoing support and coaching throughout the week, the month, and over the next year. So outside of the live coaching sessions, that you still have support. So you are fully supported. And the second bonus is my self-healing journal 365-day guide to guide your self-healing practice. Okay. So all of this, the total value is over $4,500 plus the cost of not committing to this experience. Now, I am not guilt tripping you, but I know what I dealt with for decades, and it was just not the way. So the self-healing method coaching program, this is an experience for you to be fully supported in your healing and life transformation for the next year. Okay. So the value, as I mentioned, is over $4,500, and you can join today for $995, which is just ridiculous to think about. And you can sign up at lifewellmade.com. So that is the experience that I want to invite you to if you want to expand upon this class. I want to say thank you for showing up for Self-Healing 101 and really getting kind of an overview in a few minutes of what this looks like. So I'm happy to answer any questions that you have live, or if you're watching this on the replay, in the comments below, and I will stay here for a few more minutes. I know this, just the insight, the information, and the awareness is revolutionary. Most people are still operating from this ego identity, and my mission here is to really help people evolve their state of consciousness and awareness to who they are so that they can have ultimately a better experience. So I want to say thank you for being here. And if there are no questions, I will. Oh, thank you so much. I'm glad you enjoyed this class, Susie. And I would love to see you on this journey of self-healing. If there are no questions, I am going to go experience my life. God bless you. Let's see. Okay. Thank you. Thank you. I will think about it. Okay, Susie, God bless.